Let's start the podcast.
I could put you in the brig for what you've done, but I won't do it.
What the hell's going on out here?
Is it a busy day for you?
It was. We had Kelly's
you
brother and sister here. We took them down lunch.
took them down.
Took them down to lunch
Oh.
and
Boom.
and then took them to the airport. And then I met my sister's friends are in town. Had drinks with them and busy day, man.
Busy
But-
day. It was a social
day.
event, and it cost you dearly because you took them to a meal. Correct?
Well, let's talk on the pod.
We're
recording?
We are. I
We're on the
learned my
pod?
lesson. You reprimand me all the time about not having it on record. Yeah, you're not recording the best part.
The goal is before the mic gets turned on, but yeah. We
Pre-pod.
we went out to dinner last night and here's classic Romas. It's her brother and sister. So with her cousin and her husband, and we're drinking. Me and Doug, the cousin, and her brother Neil are having old fashions. Italian restaurant, beautiful place. And then we go with a bottle of wine with dinner. And then dinner ends, get the bill. And I go, well, I should pay for your brother and sister. They're in town. I'll pay for them. So I told the waiter, just make sure, it's four of us and those two are on their own. So he's like, oh, yeah, no problem. So the bill comes and it's like, whatever it is, it's a lot. So I'm a little, I don't notice they've already added 18% because we have 6 people.
And they don't mention it. They do it quietly and they run away.
So I'm doing it though. But then the other Doug and Becky, they notice there's 18% already included, but I've already scribbled like $60 tip on there. And then it's already done. And then Kelly's like, wait a second, that was 18% was included. And the old drunkie gave 18% plus an extra 60. So our man was he was pretty happy.
He was, but again, I hate when they do that.
They got to tell you, they should. He didn't say anything,
but they all don't. They just.
I get it. I get why.
Because 50% or more of the time, I bet.
Yeah.
It goes on. And who's going to go back and go? Oh, yeah.
Hey, give me that 60 back, fella. I
Yeah.
put 18 already on the thing.
Plus, you're all liquored up.
It was all liquored, man. It was liquored. Yesterday and then today is the more I drank in the last 2 months in 2 days. So, and now we're doing a night record, by the way, if you're listening.
First
to
time.
Pods, 1 L.
First time.
This is a 2 L's, 1 pod, 2 pods, 1 L. Oh, you having a bev?
I'm having
Cheers.
water. I'm having water in a poolside rock glass.
Oh,
But clink,
that's
clink.
it's a nice looking.
It looks
nice
real,
looking
doesn't
glass. It does look good.
It's actually plastic, but
It looks like a nice glass of some vodka.
Yeah, looks like a Art Deco, 1929.
I went to
rock
high school
glass.
with him.
Yeah.
Art Deco was a hell of a guy. Gay. Found out that he was gay, but we didn't know it at the time. But he was. You could tell.
Oh, that was a Cock Deco you're talking about.
No, see, I went more higher.
Yeah.
Art Deco.
yeah.
You went.
You went
cock.
highbrow.
You went cock.
I brought it down to blue collar.
Yeah, I just implied
You were off.
art,
Yeah. You were off doing.
Art was gay, but you took
You were
it really
Daisy
base.
Buchanan it. Yeah. With the.
You went base. And
I went base.
that's
I
all
went army base. I want to live the life of danger. Hoorah!
You didn't want to do that. You didn't serve. You didn't really want to live a life of danger. You
I'm
liked
an
the comfy
actor.
life
I
in
can
Rhode
become.
Island.
I'm a comedian chameleon. I
You had a
become
comfy.
anything.
You had a comfy life in Rhode Island. You didn't want to fuck it up and serve your country. I understand. This is, I get it. Not everybody has has what it takes. Some don't.
Well, here's the thing. That's
Fine.
why
you knew that. You knew that.
I knew I'm
That's
smart.
good.
I knew
Right.
I was wise, and I'm like, I'm not cut out for it. So I'm going to let Romas do it
That's right.
for 4 years in the Navy,
Hell yeah.
and he can deal with the syphilis. It's up to him.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right. And this week, my brother-in-law, who was in the Navy with me, and Jim Manelli, who was in the Navy with me, We are going to meet up this week. My brother-in-law is coming to Florida Thursday, and we're going to have a reunion. These two have not seen each other in about 40 years, if I may say. So this is going to be
there's going to be some
fun little
rock glasses involved.
There'll be some sticks, and the brother-in-law is sober, so nothing for him.
What?
But James and I will make up for that.
How do you feel about drinking in front of somebody who doesn't drink?
I don't have a problem with it.
Because my friend Lenny Marcus, I don't think he's ever had alcohol in his life. Maybe a sip of wine at one point, and went, I'm not drinking that.
Was he hanging out with Art Deco?
He hangs out with us all the time. Well, back in the day in New York, and we'd all get hammered, and he'd be like the wise one.
Yeah,
he'd just make fun of us.
But that's pretty. I don't mind a guy who never drank. Like, I don't care. It's fine, And my brother-in-law Jim we used to party our asses off, but he's sober now. That's fine. He doesn't give a shit if we have a drink or two or whatever. It's fine. I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it bothers.
I'm always a little self-conscious when I'm around somebody.
Yeah.
And they go, "Oh no, I don't drink. I've been sober for 20 years." I'm like, "Oh." They go, "Oh no, I'm perfectly fine with it." But then I have other people like, "I'd rather not be around it," and they exclude themselves.
I get it. That's their. If he was bothered by it, he would be like, "Hey, as long as there's no booze," but he never says that. He's just like, "I don't like." I've been to dinner with him and had wine, and he doesn't care. He's on his thing, and that's great. It's all good.
I had neighbors when we lived in a New York City apartment building. We had neighbors, and they had a relative that was coming to visit, and the relative did not. She was actually an alcoholic that was having a difficult time. They said, "Can we hide all our booze over at your house?" And we're like, "Yeah." So
we'll
put it right next to ours, and maybe we'll see what happens. But by the way, Dry January has completed.
Today,
How'd you
do?
When this airs,
did you get through it?
Will be my birthday. So
what?
Feb 5.
Feb 5 is your the birth?
Yeah, and you tell Teddy to shut the fuck up.
Yes. Believe me. There's no point anymore. There's no point anymore.
Well, if you put a little bit of that, whatever you have in your glass, in his dog food, it will chill him out.
Yes.
What is that, by the way? What do you have?
This is some Riesling, but this is from Grand Traverse Riesling from Michigan, her sister. Well, Kelly went up to Michigan and brought some down. And
they use that to glaze automobiles.
This is the real shit, man. Traverse City. Hey, what the? I can't. What are you gonna do? Today though, you and I could be wrong. You traveled home today.
It was a travel day.
Oasis. You left in. Where's Oasis? Galveston?
It was a travel day. No, Oasis is in Miami. Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So he.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Okay. I forgot because
Yeah. So I got off the ship around 7:15 this morning, and went out front. I was traveling with a singer. Her name is Jennifer Singer. That's her name. Very good, very talented.
Cheesy.
And
we
split.
That name, we're not El Comedian. I mean, what the hell? What is she doing? Is that her real name?
She told me, she says, "Oh, I want to listen to your podcast. Rick said it's great." So the first thing she hears is,
I'm just asking
she's got
if it's a real
name.
last name. A singer named Singer has to be addressed.
She talks about it on stage. Yes, that's my real name, she said.
Oh, why is she talking? Start singing, baby.
That's
Nobody
right.
Wants to hear you. Nobody wants to hear you yap.
Shake that booty. Let's go.
That's right. That's right.
I listened to the podcast and
we have new listeners, by the way. We have a lot of new listeners after my 39 shows on the Icon. A lot of people now tuning in. Probably once. They will never tune back, but they
at
are.
Least they're tuning
Once
in.
they hear my dog in the background, they're going, "Fuck this place."
Yeah, what is it? A kennel, for Christ's sakes? Now, what is he? What is Teddy barking at right now? We've discussed this in the past.
We don't know. We don't know.
Amazon deliveries we get.
Yeah.
But is it just people walking by?
It's night. No, it's nighttime. I'm in the back sunroom. Kelly's in bed trying to sleep because she gets up at 5:30 in the morning.
How is she sleeping
He-
with him barking?
She's not. He's freaking out because the lights are on in the back and I'm in back here and he
Well, let him
doesn't
come out
like
there
it.
with you. Maybe he'll lay
He
down
doesn't
by your
like it.
feet. Let him in.
Really, I know because this is open. This is open scenery back here. He'll spot a squirrel 8 miles away and go nuts.
No, try it.
Yes, he
You
won't.
should try it because it's
I think she just called
it's-
him in the bedroom and she's going to close the door, so we should be good.
Yeah.
He's a problem child, man. It's not
Well,
like a normal dog.
pets don't like to be blocked out.
Yeah,
So if she's got the door closed and she's in the bedroom and you're out here with he wants to be a part of something.
yeah, but once he's out here, he wants to be a part of the outside. He wants to see a squirrel and a star and a speck of dirt move. He's a maniac. Can't have him out here.
It's 9:15 p.m.
I know.
What is he going to see in your yard?
Something. Teddy will see something, yes, and he'll go nuts, and it'll be 10 times worse. Believe me. Believe me. So you traveled all day today, direct flight, Miami to
No,
LA?
it was a direct flight. Here's the deal:
Ew.
we went right to the airport and we did standby, and got on the flight.
Who's we? Oh, you and Singer?
Me and Singer, yeah.
Yeah.
Jennifer Singer. We actually didn't even do standby. She paid $75 and got a seat. Because I have executive platinum status, they just put me on automatically.
Excuse me.
And then the guy goes, well, we're going to have to charge her $35 for her luggage, but you get 3 bags for free. So I'll put the tag under your name. I'm like, that's fine. And then I took her to the American Airlines Admirals Club. And that was pretty schwanky. And then we had some lox and bagels and coffee.
So this broad got a free bag.
I hooked her up.
A buffet.
I hooked her up.
And then on the flight, I imagine a little payback.
You mentioned, I heard you sneak in Mile High Club a couple of times.
You went over that.
Well, I have a fear of heights. So I banged her at 500 feet.
Good man. It's a free bag, baby. Come on. Goddamn clips. That's it. I'm telling you, the only time I hear a compliment, people go, hey, I saw that clip. I watch your clips. I hear that. I watch your clips. I'm like, thank you, but fuck it. Hit like and
Bernie, my wife,
something.
who's going to love that joke. Bernie, my wife said, those clips are so funny. She goes, you got to put them all together and like 10 of them back to back.
Well, we'll take any advice. We we need help. So if anyone's got advice and things and offers, we'll do it.
She says the production value is very high. She didn't use those words, but she goes, they look great. They're quick and they're funny to the point.
Yeah. No, you do a good job with them, and they're good. And that's what I'm saying, though. People, I don't hear like, hey, I listen to your pod. I hear, hey, I saw those clips. You got good clips. I'm like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
The idea is to entice people to follow us or become a Patreon member and support us.
Yes.
$5 a month.
Come on.
It's nothing. And you get exclusive videos and other stuff. Okay.
My question about, you mentioned Dry January.
Mm-hmm.
And you were working with Mr. Rick D'Elia last week, who I worked with.
Yes.
And enjoyed cocktails with. Did you not enjoy cocktails with your old pal?
No, he was very strict about it. He had cheated mid-month.
Oh, he's doing it too?
Yeah.
So gay. Dry January. Come on. You know what I mean?
That sounds like a stripper's name, Dry January.
It sounds like the wife would say. It's Dry January. I can't this month.
Sorry, buddy. You gotta
Dry January.
Feb 1.
It's a little wet Feb.
Wow.
Yeah.
So anyways, Rick said he cheated, so he promised his wife he'd go to February 10th. So he was the entire week he did not indulge.
Wow.
Wow.
Because I told you when I drank with him, I was cracking up because he started each time with Jaeger. Got to do a shot of Jaeger first to get me going. I'm like, are we 11? Who drinks Jaeger? No one drinks Jaeger over 30.
He's a man child. He's much like
drink
Jaeger.
But
yeah, and that one was that. Was that in December?
I don't. It was on Oasis, and when we were in Bayonne, so it was like the fall.
It was probably
September, October.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think it was Oasis. It could have been. You know what? No, I'm wrong because I remember we were backstage. It must have been Wonder because we were backstage. Oasis doesn't have a backstage. We were backstage. I remember that hanging out. So the Wonder of the Seas, I believe. One of those.
Hey, by the way,
one of those old ships. I don't know. I'm on the Icon. I don't know what the
Right.
fuck's out there. What do I know?
on the Oasis in Blaze, the dance club, they have that
Oh, yeah.
makeshift stage. I guess they
Mhm.
tried to do it in the corner there. You were there for
Yeah.
that with Rick, right?
Sure.
Well, they put it back. They put that now. The makeshift stage is not very steady,
Mhm.
but I'm going to say, the room was on fire.
Mhm.
It was a great cruise. I
Good.
think we had one so-so show, but even that was not bad. And Rick and I
Wow.
both agreed. Wow, it was really better sight lines than the attic for
Mhm.
me. That matters
Mhm.
because I mix up the physical humor. So
Sure.
just making a note.
That's why I mean when you get to Icon and start that room it's a 145 seats club, no problems, no sightline problems,
Wow.
no doors coming in and out,
Great.
no bar. It's just go up, do comedy, and have
Nice.
fun and leave. And it's really good. They really did it right on that one. I had a thing last week though. I don't know if maybe you've ever had this. So the show's at 7:30. And I'm opening that show. We switch each night, each order, as you know.
Mhm.
And I'm shaving at 7:00. I'm doing my shave. 7:30 show. I'm doing my
Yeah, but
shave.
you're a Navy guy. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm doing shit shower shave 5 minutes. So
Yeah.
7:00. I'm
Blows
done.
me away. Blows me away.
So I'm shaving though, and I got the Harry's shave. It's like the Dollar Club, whatever.
Oh yeah, I
Harry's.
was thinking about. Let's explain more of that to me when we're done with the story. Yep.
Yeah, and so I'm shaving, and then I go up right under the nose and
Oh.
the mustache, and you can still see it. There's a little cut. Little cut there.
Oh.
But I'm shaving, and now it's 7:05, and it's bleeding. Okay.
Right.
So I'm like, a little tissue paper. Boom,
Right.
done.
Mm-hmm.
Thing turns red. The whole thing turns red. I'm like,
Right.
what the fuck?
You hit
This
the
thing-
main. You hit your
I hit
aorta.
the main, the aorta. Yeah. It won't stop. Now it's 7:20, and it's.
Wow.
I'm like, what the fuck? So I text the boys. We have a group chat, I text the boys. I go, hey, I'm not going to be there at 7:30 to open. So one of you guys need to open.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, okay, what's happening? I go,
They said,
bleeding.
get a tampon, Mary.
Well, that's what Ogata said, yes. And I don't think he said Mary, but he did say get a tampon. He's 5'0" nothing, so he can't say that. But
3 comics, someone's going to say it.
So I go, so then he opened, or Simeon opened, and then I'm in the room at 7:45.
Wow.
I'm bleeding.
Still.
So I'm Googling, how the fuck do you, everything. Ice. I don't have ice in my room, but I have cold Coke can in my fridge. So I put it on there. I'm like trying to freeze it. Then I'm putting the pit tissue for 5 minutes, pressing hard.
Mm-hmm.
I let go. I'm like,
Wow.
I don't know. I think I'm stuck here.
Right.
Then about 5 to 8, it was like stopping. It stopped. But I got a big red old blotch. But I'm like, wait a second. Kelly had thrown some, had given me some makeup, little makeup thing. Mm-hmm. She's like, you never know, get cut. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, oh. So I grab my bag, open it up. I have this little makeup. I tap it. It covers it enough. Mm-hmm. But I'm in a club. You know what I mean? Front row is right there.
You're concerned.
Yeah, because anything
are
you go on stage.
Are you hiding? Because I've done it.
I did.
I had a cold sore, and I put the mic up like this.
Herpes.
And I kept it.
Simplex #1.
It is. It's herpes.
I know. It's dormant until you kiss a dude, and then it fucking pops. But mine was covered, but I was like, shit. Because when you go on stage, the initial thing is people look at you.
Magnified.
Like, oh, this guy's fucking bleeding and shit. But I had the mic up like that, under the nose, like, hey, Robert, how are you? And meanwhile, I got all the brass. I got executives and shit. These are the high pressure 3-day shakedown cruises, and I'm fucking bleeding. But went off without a hitch. Obviously, no one said anything. Back to the room in between, dab the whole thing. But this is almost a week later. I still have a scabbed now. I still
yeah,
have a thing.
you
This was
you
a real cut.
yeah, you
real
had a
deep.
vein that was up on the surface there, and you got
I
in
went
there.
deep, man.
You went deep, man. And
Oh,
are you
that's
going to
the way I
sue
do it.
Harry's Shave Club?
I really should. I didn't think about that. I really
Overall,
should.
besides that issue, right?
Hmm.
Because that's the old blade. Is it an old blade or is it?
It was a new blade. It was a new blade. But
No, what I'm saying is that the old kind of
I went
blade,
up hard.
or is
Yeah.
it they have specific blades? What is it called when something's made specifically for something?
I don't know. Specific.
Proprietary? Is that what it is?
Oh, well, proprietary for just I don't know what you're saying here.
Well, in other words, is that a universal blade replacement?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's the old school blades.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But it
All right.
wouldn't. I mean, it was, you know what I mean? Because it's like if it was a normal show, I'd be concerned, but I'd be like, eh. But when you're in front of all the guys who book us and all the top guys and you're bleeding, it's like, Jesus Christ.
No,
Are you
I
kidding
would
me?
be losing my fucking mind.
So I just did the show like, well, I covered it and
Yeah,
nobody
do
said
it again.
and
Do it
then-
again. Show me what
yeah.
you did.
I'm
blowing a guy. I'm blowing a guy. Oh, my
There you go.
Holy shit. We're going to lose Patreon
We just,
members.
well, what are you gonna do? Speaking of losing, are you Super Bowl? What's your take? Let's get into this.
Oh my God,
Taylor
with the
Swift. Taylor
politics, and she's gonna.
Swift.
It's already fixed. It's all fixed. All that shit. I'm not buying any of that.
Of course not.
Everybody
Of course
wants
not.
that fucking Super Bowl ring. Every
Of
person
course.
on both
So
teams. It is dumb.
The problem, though, we were talking about this at dinner last night. Though the problem is these reps have to become full time and pay them $1 million.
I didn't realize they weren't full time.
They have to be.
I thought they were full time.
Yeah, no, they're not.
During the 17
They're like
games?
college professors, and they ref 16 games a year. It's wrong. I mean, they're susceptible. They are susceptible to gamblers, and
Sure.
So I mean, and it gets to a point when you watch enough games where you go, the end of the game, and a pass, and it's caught, and you wait, and there's a flag.
Well,
and it's coming back.
Well,
and it's too often. It's too much. So I get it.
Well, because they've changed the rules. They made it more sensitive to that now. And, they go, did he have control? Was his 1 foot down? It's like all these orchestrated things. And these guys are on the field, so they're calling it as they see it. But when it's not reviewable, that's when I question. I'm like,
but so much of the game has to be updated and modernized.
Well, what I'm saying, why is one play reviewable and the other play isn't?
Right.
They can't. This particular one is not reviewable.
It's less than 2 minutes and blah blah
like,
blah. Yeah, it's all
but
bullshit.
This is the game. Why is
right? But even the marking the field, we're pulling chains with. I mean, do it electronically. Have technology mark the ball. Show where the ball is.
I know. I think it's part of the show.
They move it backwards. They move it back and
yeah.
What are you
The ref.
Hello.
I see the guy go down, and then the ref. But I've also seen the refs move it in their favor. So
I think it evens out. Evens out at the end of the year. But there will be, the Super Bowl's coming. There'll be a play or two where it's going to be that's fixed. That's the reason it's scripted.
If it's a close game, if it's a close game, it's going to be.
Yeah. I'm tired of the Taylor. I'm not tired of Taylor Swift. I'm tired of the bullshit guys. Hey, someone said it was actually 40 seconds of full airtime in a 3-hour game. She was on the screen. 40 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And then
someone said
he's losing his shit.
And they said that she had more television time than Patrick Mahomes. Not true at all.
40 seconds.
Someone says it off the cuff or just as a throwaway, and then it becomes fact, and it goes and it's viral, and it's
unbelievable. Like that's what.
But there's still people that will stick with it. Yes, she did. I watched it. I had to go back and watch it because of you.
Right.
And it didn't make it halfway through the game. It was like, no way. It was.
And
there's
those
and then there's the political aspect.
Well, then
she's going to support Biden, so the rights all and
so is every
like,
20.
And she's too influential, and they should keep their opinion. No.
She's dating a player.
Kid Rock supported Trump and other musical. She just happens to be a juggernaut of fame right now.
but again, yeah. And then they got the people going, well, is she only doing it? He's doing it to make her famous, more famous. Are you
Well, the
kidding? Does anyone know what
anti-vaxxers
she's
are
worth and what
Kelsey's.
she makes?
She's 1.1 bill, but
Yeah.
Kelsey's got 2 Super Bowl rings. He's
Yeah. He's
multi-millionaire.
going to have 3 on Sunday.
And he pushed the vax and the flu
Okay.
shot, right? The flu
Right.
shot, right?
The
Yeah, just get
vax.
your
Well, he
flu
was with
shot.
the vax. He was
He was at the
he's a
vax
Pfizer
and
guy.
yeah.
He's a
and-
Pfizer spokesman.
Yep.
So
he's getting paid tons of money, and
good. Okay.
he's pro.
But when did it become though we give a fuck who a player's date? Like, why is that everything's a thing now?
I have
Everything's a
people saying,
thing.
oh, 40% of the people that got the vax are gonna, either die or disappear. And I'm like, well, thanks. I have it.
I have doctor friends of mine who said that. So I mean,
Thank you. Oh no, not you, because there was a percentage that was placebo.
Mm.
So there's a good chance you. I'm like, dude.
I have doctor friends who told me your DNA
I got a few
altered.
jabs. I've got a few jabs.
We had to. I didn't want to.
No,
I mean,
people
looking
didn't
back,
have to.
I
People took that
regret it,
stupid
but
white
I
piece
had
of
to.
paper that said, and they fucking made a copy of it and they scribbled on it because it was nonsense.
Well, it was
I fell for the whole thing of it's
We all did.
computerized. I'm gonna fucking Walgreens and they're going your name, birth date, social security. All right, you're in the system. And then I go to the ship
Yeah.
with a piece of fucking white paper.
White
and they go,
paper.
do you have your
not even
do you have-
laminated?
I know, not even laminated. They go, do you have your vax card? I go, yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
And they're looking in their computer. I'm thinking they got the same thing. It's in a cloud. They know that no, it's a liability issue.
And
They
the
just
girl
want to
gives
say
you the
we asked them
jab.
if they were vaxxed, and they said yes.
The girl
And he
gives you
showed
the
us.
jab, and it's like her name's on the like.
Yeah,
Oh, this is given by
scribbles-
Beth. It's like who?
What?
Beth?
Yeah,
She's 19 in
it
Galveston.
was complete nonsense.
Yeah. Well, we all know that now, but we had to do it. We couldn't work without it. So
there was a lot of people that worked with fake paperwork.
Well,
Lots.
I don't know about comedians on cruises though. Coming back
Lots.
from COVID.
I'm
Were
telling
there?
you.
Lots of comedians.
Lots.
Name them. Let's do it.
No, not doing
Let's
that.
do it. Come on, man.
I'm not doing that.
Wow.
I suspect.
All right.
I don't have proof.
All right. Hey, what's your take? You ever get a haircut on a ship, on a cruise ship?
Not through the salon or through the crew.
Mm-hmm. No, the salon.
I have.
Happy? Good cut?
It was many, many years ago, and it was okay.
I was
under the
going to.
circumstances.
I was going to, but I feel like these people do a lot
Who's
of
cutting your
jobs.
hair? Who cuts your hair?
What do you mean?
Who's the person cutting
mean?
your hair? What's their training?
That's what I'm saying. These people do a lot of jobs on the ship. I don't want somebody wiping down tables at 7 a.m. and then at 3 o'clock, they're a fucking stylist. You know what I'm saying?
No, well, that's not accurate. The people that work in the salons are hair cutters.
Comedy podcast. Okay. All right. Here we go.
No, because I was going to go crew. It's actually
Well,
free.
I'm not having a Filipino in the hallway cut my hair like I'm in fucking Rikers.
Well, how about
Come on.
how about that person? There's like 3 of them that do it, and they're cutting
No.
2,000 crew
No.
members. They have a lot of practice.
And I've seen their haircuts. I've seen those guys' haircuts. No, I'm not going to sit in a chair in a hallway with a Filipino. No, sir.
Rick D'Elia did it.
Well,
He says it's free. You just tip them. And Rick
Okay.
said most crew members will tip $3 or $5, but
but I've seen Rick's hair.
He
It's
gave
not good.
12.
Well, it's not good. I'm just saying.
It was perfectly fine. He got a buzz. He goes,
well,
buzz right. He goes,
all
dude,
right.
$12. He goes, I went to Supercuts. It was 30. It used to be 15.
Well, he found all right. Okay. Well, I don't know why in my notes here. I'm looking at, I must have been drinking.
got notes?
I have notes, sir. I'm a professional.
You are a professional.
I have a word. I have the word surprise circled, and then it wrote under it, would you? I don't know what any of that means. Surprise, would you?
Sounds like you were talking about circle jerk.
Would you? I would. I never. Have you ever even been? That seems to me like that's not even a real thing. Have you ever? I've been I was in the Navy. I was at a million, and we've hung out, guys, boy, friends. No one ever once said, "Let's have a circle jerk." That doesn't get out of here.
I think it was a myth, right?
Yeah, I do too. Although in the play, there was a play on Broadway in the 70s, Calcutta. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Yeah.
And John Lennon, they asked him, would you write a sketch for it? John Lennon. So he wrote a sketch where all the guys are in a circle jerking off. And then they're all like naming Marilyn Monroe and all these old, and then one guy yells out some name of a man and they'll just go, oh, stop. And they all just stop because it's done. And that's like the bit. But I'm like, when did that ever happen? When men sat around and went, we should all just jerk off in a circle right now.
Well, it was in the Roman times, weren't the like in Caligula, they had the slaves jerk off on the queens because she wanted the semen for her skin to preserve her age. Wasn't that like
damn? I don't know. Give me more. Tell me more.
Wow, it's moving you.
Tell me more.
Go watch Caligula.
The movie Caligula. I remember when that came out.
Was it Roddy McDowell?
X-rated? Yeah, no.
Yeah. Because of the sex scenes.
It was the guy from Clockwork Orange.
Oh,
what
was his name?
Shit. We need a producer.
Holy shit!
What was his name?
It wasn't Orange. Not Roddy McDowell. Malcolm McDowell.
Malcolm McDowell.
Same thing.
Similar to Roddy.
It's a different first name, you moron.
Roddy was Planet of the Apes. He was Cornelius.
Right. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Which, and I don't want to get into it too deep here because I love it and I would do a podcast about this if I could, either Beatles or Planet of the Apes. But Roddy McDowell played Cornelius in the first Planet of the Apes 2 movies. Cornelius.
They changed his name.
No, but then in the 4th movie, he's Caesar. He plays Caesar, the lawgiver. He's the founding ape.
Right.
So in reality, he is he's like Jesus, and he's also just a guy.
He's the son of God.
Yes. If you want to go, yeah, it's pretty cool when you think of that, right? Remember the second one? They blast off the Planet of the Apes, go back in time and land in Los Angeles in 1972. If you want to your mind.
Yeah.
How did they build that rocket? Planet of the Apes, they were using fucking, coconuts.
Well, wasn't that technology buried?
Well, they had the rocket that Charlton Heston crash landed.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow Roddy McDowell and Zero rebuilt the thing and built a launch pad and were able to get off the Earth. Okay, so that's fun
so
stuff.
So the apes ruling wasn't enough. You're okay with that as a stretch, but to build a rocket.
And come back in time, that one blows me away. I get the talking apes. I'm good with talking apes. Fantastic.
You go with that?
But when they blast back into 1972, I've got problems. See what I'm saying? But then
it's the Da Vinci Code with you. Everything's the Da Vinci Code.
Here's another quick twist, and I think 2 people will follow me on this. 2 people will follow me on this. But when they crash land in L.A., they have a baby, right? Talking ape, because that's their child. He can talk. They leave him with the zookeeper. He becomes Caesar. He ends up becoming the lawgiver. Mm-hmm. That's their son.
Mm-hmm.
Their son is God.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? What are we doing? I mean, it's, all right. Alfred didn't go with that on that one. All right.
I couldn't find any funny in your.
No, it's not funny. It's just deep shit that I think people see the Planet of the Apes go, talking apes, but you go dig in there. Look what's happening.
Yeah. They do that when they write the stories. The producers
get in there,
they go, we
you know who wrote Planet of the Apes, the movie?
I don't.
Rod Serling, Twilight Zone.
I knew that. I forgot.
Oh, well, it's easy to say. It's like watching.
He wrote the first one.
Yeah, it was based on the book. The book was written by a French guy.
But he wrote the
Serling made it in the movie, and he got it sold. And Hollywood was like, "Fuck you," but he's like, "I'm Rod Serling." They're like, "All right, you can do it." We're not expecting
it was a big hit.
Huge. Remember when we were kids? I remember being 14, go ape for a day, 5 8 movies at the movie theater for $5. Go ape for a day. Sit there all day and watch all 5 8 movies. And I did it, goddammit.
We're going to take a little break.
And then when I got in the Navy, I met my brother-in-law and we went to Washington, D.C. on Halloween, and we had the ape masks, the really good ones. and we drank all night on Halloween in Washington D.C. wearing 8 masks and tried to pick up girls. It was hilarious.
I thought I knew you.
Yeah, well, this is what the pod's about.
This
I
come
bring
out
it
in therapy? How many months of therapy did that take to come out? You should talk about it on your podcast. Here we are in
Goddamn
my
right.
office.
Yeah.
Here's some more
in front of
pills.
the armoire. When Alfred gets in front of that armoire, you discuss this. We should tell people, by the way, we're recording Sunday night, 9 p.m., 6 p.m. LA time, because we tried multiple times last week.
At least 3 times.
And boy, we just couldn't do it. The signal was just,
we had bad connections.
Crushed us.
And
yeah.
I suspect it was my ship, not yours.
Well, I threw Mateo under the. I go, it's your fault, buddy, because you put him on Oasis, and he should be on a better ship so we could do our fucking.
You pitched
podcast.
Me for
Yes.
For Ogata.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I go, if he's here, we can record cleanly. I go, I'm dealing with a lot of horse shit.
Wow,
with him on
you
Oasis
approached
right
it.
now. He goes, I get it. He goes, you can blame me. You can blame me for that. I go, I do. I can't record a pod.
Let's put everything out on the table here. Does he know that we found out that his father is Michael Holly?
Oh, sure. He's very proud of
him. And does, because Michael Holly and I only discovered more recently that Michael Holly, who's now my friend, prior to Mateo coming on board at Royal Caribbean. So, but Michael never brought it up. He didn't want to get involved with that. That was very professional
very cool.
of him.
Very cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now with that said,
yeah.
Does Mateo know that Bernadette is my wife?
Sure.
You've discussed it.
Oh, 100%. We had long chats about this. Long, detailed conversations.
All right.
I was with this guy for 3 weeks, buddy. I mean, we had a lot of green rooms, chats. So, yeah.
All right. That's all I have to say. I don't want to divulge too much more.
No, it's all good. It's all good. And by the way, the Icon, I was on there for 3 weeks. It's $2 billion ship. And you know what? Everyone on the ship, the only thing they give a shit about, every passenger, the only thing they give a shit about, seeing the dog.
It works.
There's a golden retriever puppy called Rover. Chief Rover.
Chief
That's all
Rover?
anyone gives.
He has a
Chief
title?
Rover. He's a chief. This dog is a
He's
not a chief.
Rover outranks you?
Well, yeah. Yes, actually, he does.
You were a chief petty officer? What were you?
I was not a chief petty officer, you son of a bitch. I was a radioman 3rd class, RM3.
Oh.
Yeah. 4 years. I stayed in 4. If I stayed in for 20, I would have
you would have been Caesar.
I could have been a senior chief.
You would have been Caesar.
That's right. I've been my own father.
The founder.
Somehow. Yeah.
Your own father.
But I had a cool, I don't know if I discussed this on these pods are because we tried so much. But a girl who was in the Navy with me back in the day is now a travel agent, and she was on the ship.
You posted a picture.
Oh, I did. Okay. On the pod or on the did I discuss this already? Have we talked about this?
Well, we had to ditch the pod, so let's discuss it again.
Oh, this girl Julie, and this is like the late 80s, and we're in she's shore duty, but she's the only girl in the Radio Shack, surrounded by men in their 20s, and she's like 21. We were not politically correct. You can imagine. You can imagine, but you can't really.
All hands on tits.
Yes, it was a lot
of that.
Yeah, and she got through it. She went. I think she actually made a career of the Navy. Probably rose to at least chief, or maybe became an officer. I don't really know, but she's a travel agent now out of Daytona Beach, and she was on the cruise during the 3-day. They gave them the cruise for free to see the ship and sell it. And she came to the show, and I was back in the green room, and they go, "Hey, Al, you have someone else I just want to say hello." It was unbelievable, So many years later, apologized profusely, and she said, "It's all good. Don't worry about it."
So let me get this right.
Yes,
yeah. She knew that you were young and dumb.
Yeah,
a woman and a dog named Rover outrank you.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
Mm-hmm.
It's a comedy podcast.
Yeah, that's it. That you got it. You got it. And but it's hilarious how just Everyone, that's all they care about. You could have the Aqua show. You could have Wizard of Oz is a musical is on the stage there. It's incredible, and everybody's like, "I got to see that fucking dog. I got to get a picture with the dog. I got to get a picture with the dog." That's
They're
all.
making announcements. Don't forget about our Wizard of Oz show.
Yeah.
Where's
Nope.
the dog?
Where's Rover?
Rover?
Where's
Where's
Rover?
Rover? Come over.
Yeah.
Come over, Red Rover.
It was the whole thing, man. But he was a beautiful dog, and on Icon of the Sea. So if you want to go on Icon, see Rover. There
So
she is.
that ship, the photos and the videos that we have some footage, by the way, that we shot behind the scenes.
True.
Were you able to post
Patreon.
that? You're home. You're home now. Were you able to post it on your laptop?
Post. Oh, yeah. Well, I've been a little busy, sir. I've been entertaining folks from Maryland and Michigan, but tomorrow, that's all I'm thinking about. Posting that video tomorrow. That's my goal the whole day. I'll probably get up early just to do it. Probably set the alarm.
You have a girlfriend to tend to first, so.
Well, she works at 5:30. She gets up at 5:30 in the morning. So
because she outranks you. She outranks you.
Yeah, all right. Yes, yes. All right. I'm a fucking peon. What do you want from me, sir? Please. Pee on me, would you please? During the circle jerk.
That's good. That's gonna cost you.
That'll be in Caligula. Cornelius and Caligula.
Shit.
This thing's all over the place, man.
Yeah.
I like a nighttime record. I'm kind of enjoying it.
Well, you've had some festivities.
Yeah.
Some adult beverages. I'm a little tired.
Nice.
I came out of a nap, but I have dinner waiting for me. And then
what do you got? What's on the stove? Is it a cooked or is it a delivered?
It's being kept warm, and it's from the fridge. So it's turkey.
You made it? You made the turkey?
No, it's reheated. It's reheated leftovers. I don't know.
I mean, you just got home.
Tomorrow
night.
This
turkey.
No,
you just got home.
She got it at the market.
She can't cook. We know that. We've heard this on the pod.
It's horrible.
No.
It's a
disaster in the kitchen.
Yeah, oh my God. We call 911 before she starts cooking. Just that's how bad it is.
But you get some turkey. You eat turkey without. I don't eat turkey unless it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I know. You're
no
a
need
weirdo.
For the turkey. No, I don't. Nobody goes to a restaurant and orders turkey. I mean,
I've done it multiple times.
I don't think you
Turkey club.
Yeah.
Turkey club.
Sandwich lunch. That's a lunch.
Right. I've had turkey dinner. I'm like, wow. We've discussed this. I've had turkey dinner in July. Cranberry sauce, stuffing, turkey, gravy, mashed potatoes.
Yeah, it's so
I love it.
I don't care for it.
You can't get more American than that.
But Thanksgiving, who goes to a restaurant and goes, I'm going to get the turkey?
Oh, Thanksgiving, we have pizza.
Gross. Communist. You and your wife are communists.
Tomorrow night, we're going to one of my favorite restaurants called Wovo.
What?
And that's at the Sportsman's Lodge in Sherman Oaks.
I've been there.
Yeah.
I met Brian Setzer from the Stray Cats in an elevator there. And I said, good morning. And he had his coffee. I was getting coffee. I go, good morning. He goes, morning. I go, I don't know if you care or not. I'm from Massapequa. And he's from Massapequa. And he goes, get out of here. I go, yeah, I'm Biltmore Shores.
No, he meant get out of here. Get off the elevator. Leave me alone.
Get out of here. Leave me alone. But he goes, get out of here. I go, yeah, I'm from Biltmore Shores. And he goes, get out of here. I'm from right across from Alhambra. I go, I know. I saw you guys when you were 18 and I was, 16 or whatever. I saw you guys at Heckle and Jekyll's. And this got him. And as he's leaving, he turned and gave me the look like, thank you. I go, you guys used to play the Munsters theme and fucking rocked it. And he turned around and was like, he goes, thank you. So good. On that lead guitar. What's that? So cool. Yeah.
Well, that is pretty cool.
It was great. But back in the day, the Stray Cats at Heckle and Jekyll's in Massapequa at the Sportsman's Lodge. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Well, that's where I'm going. I'm going to go to Wovo tomorrow night, and we're going to get the 5-course pasta sampler. And I'm going to start off with their white wine, and I'm going to move over into the Super Tuscan.
Oh, you don't start with a cocktail? You go right when you start with wine. You don't know a little cock.
We'll probably get it. We'll probably get two of my favorite things: cocktail.
Anyone who's listening knows. even say that. We know what you enjoy.
Okay. We'll probably do a primer. There's another new bar there that we'll go have a cocktail, and then we'll move over and do the nourishment.
Usually at a dinner, you go a cocktail, then dinner with wine.
Yeah, that's how I like to do it.
Sure.
I don't do it every time, but that's how
No.
it's a full
when
evening.
you're going out as
Yeah.
a night thing, that's yeah.
Now, just so you know, usually with me, I like to belly up to a bar and have the cocktail and the standing
lean into the bar.
conversation. We lean into the bar. And I've done this with you. And I usually buy, that's when Al Ducharme buys a round right there.
That's right. And that's it for the rest of the night.
That's it. And I stick Romas with the steak
I
bill.
get a $600 bill at the end of the evening. I've been
He's
there.
taking me to Charlie's, baby.
Yeah, we had the porterhouse that time. Oh my god.
Oh.
We killed that porter. Oh, it was so good. So fucking good, man.
I dream about Charlie's.
If you go to but
Charlie's, cock and tail.
those are their dreams, and they keep them up at night. Those three. But yeah, that the porterhouse. But we had a couple of old fashioned, and then some vino, and then the bill came, and it was $600, and Kelly fainted, and I paid it probably on top of 18%.
Well, because your niece was there, right?
Olivia was with us.
Olivia was with us.
Yeah, she put down a steak too, and
and
we're all
and other things.
all right. She's 20 years old. They back off, weirdo.
I wasn't doing
and she's
that.
a listener. She actually listened. She's one of
I
the,
wasn't
she
going
gets through the
dirty.
whole
I was
thing.
saying she was having some adult beverages.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She had the phony ID. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't ask her because she was with.
And then remember, Kelly went
the two
home.
grandpas.
Yeah, Kelly went home, and then the three of us, we went to Davidoff and had a steak and a couple of brews there.
Yes, we did.
That was fun.
Once we got rid of the early bird.
Yeah, once you work. It's
responsibility.
Ugh, gross.
Wow. Go getter.
So this thing is recorded Sunday evening, and it'll be available Monday morning. That is unbelievable. You have skills, man. You're gonna really.
I'm doing minimal editing on this, by the way. I'm toast. I don't know if you could tell. You're toast.
I don't blame you.
You've been entertaining, and
we're toast.
It was a
I got
travel day
home
for me.
I drove home from Miami yesterday and dropped my car at the rental at the airport, and they were there, and I've been,
So
going
that's a
since.
3-hour drive, Alligator Alley.
You put the GPS, it's 3 hours 50 minutes without traffic. It's 4. I got home at 4 hours 15 minutes.
You got to start flying, buddy.
No. Got to overnight then. I lose a day. They insist if you fly, you got to overnight.
But
so
you
I have
can
to stay in a
drive the same
hotel
day?
in Miami, but I can drive the same day. And they reimburse the car. But if you fly, you got to overnight.
All right, yeah. Well, then I guess you're doing it right.
It's crazy shit. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to fly to Miami a day early and sit in a hotel.
So spend a half a day in a car.
Not half a day. I leave the house at 8:30. I'm dropping the thing off at 12:15.
Okay.
It was nothing. It was simple.
You're used to it by now.
I'm used to it, sir. Yeah.
What do you do
What's
in the
coming
car?
up this week?
Do you listen to the podcast in the car?
I do. That's all I do. Just on a loop. Just listen to the pod, and I go through all the classics. I love the classics. Everyone does. And
you listen to Tuesdays with Stories. You listen to the other ones.
You know what I listen to lately is Bill Maher. I listen to that Club Random. He's got a pod. He's got some good guests. It's interesting. It's fun. He smokes pot. He drinks during it.
And they videotape it in the bar. They have drinks and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, Norman's got and with Sam Morrell, they got the We Might Be Drunk.
We Might Be Drunk. Yeah, it's good. It's a good one. They get some good guests. So, I mean, nowadays, publicists used to be like you're doing Letterman, you're doing
now it's podcast.
Fallon. Now it's podcast. If you're a big guy, and they'll put you on a big pod.
Listeners, yeah.
So that's why it's you and I talking, instead of a guest or two. You know what I mean?
Well, we've had some pretty big guests on here.
We've had some big names.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we got one coming up soon. Got another one coming up.
Dane Cook, right? Isn't that who you booked?
That's fucking, you know what? We should out this guy.
I didn't approach it, by the way.
I did. And he was all over it.
Reciprocal. But that's when we were the two dicks. And he was kind of doing a little bit of a resurgence with his tour. So I think that he wanted to stay away from it. I can probably get him on this one. I can ask him. I don't know if he'll do it or not. But I have
there were a
direct
couple
communicate.
people. He said he wrote me immediately. He's like, "Oh, yes, definitely. Love to do it. Al's an old friend. Love to do it."
Oh, you did mention me. Okay.
Yeah, he did. So I go, great. He goes, just give me a month and hit me up with some dates. And I did. Ghosted me. That was it. Ghosted. But I've had a couple of people tell me, I don't know where his special streamed. It was some, one of these sites that nobody knows. I heard that thing tanked and he stopped all promotion. He wasn't doing anything anymore. So that's what I heard, because I heard a couple people say that's the reason.
Okay.
So,
and we were called the Two Dicks, and a lot of people were hesitant.
were we at that time? I don't.
Well, how many people came
positive.
on here and then didn't promote it because of the
Everyone? Everyone?
All right.
I think Helen Keeney promoted. That's about it.
Yeah.
No one else.
Yeah, well, she's a pro.
And we got to have her back. She's going to do a Holland America in March for her first real cruise. So we'll have her on after that.
Okay. We'll
see how it went. All right, man.
All right, wrap
Go
it
eat
up.
your turkey. It's Thanksgiving at the Ducharme house on February 3rd. Happy birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday. All right. I'll wish a happy birthday. Everybody wish happy birthday to Alfredo.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me.
See ya.
So long, Mel. Have a good trip.
You.
Iceberg Deadhead. Don't forget to review us and rate us. It really helps.
The Talking Dicks became friends at a very young age, and the rest is history.
I'm losing my mind.
Patreon.com/The Two Dicks, which is named after our web series. This is the Two Al's One Pod podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Done.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
We'll fix it in post, you son of a bitch.
Okay, sure.
All right. Subscribe. Mary. This was a horrible mistake.
Go to patreon.com/The Two Dicks.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money. Why?
I think it ends on that. That's beautiful.